A very big hello to all the students of class 9th. आज हम क्लास 9th की बायो सीरीज़ के चैप्टर 2 टिश्यूज़ के पार्ट 2 के ऊपर डिस्कशन करेंगे. In today's presentation, we will focus on the tissues found in plants, and when we are finished with the plant part, then we will shift on to the animal tissue part. Today we will discuss about different kinds of plant tissues that are found. We will try to differentiate between them structurally and functionally. We will look out for their location in different parts of the plant. We will help students in getting point-wise knowledge about these parts and their function so that it becomes easy for them to prepare their answer sheets in examinations. Plant tissues can be broadly classified into two categories, a temporary tissue category and a permanent tissue category. Temporary tissues केवल ग्रोथ का फंक्शन शो करते हैं. प्लांट की पूरी लाइफ साइकिल में टेम्पोरेरी टिश्यूज़ इनिशियल लेयर्स की फॉर्मेशन करते हैं और परमानेंट टिश्यूज़ के कंस्ट्रक्शन उनके बिल्डअप के बाद temporary tissues are shed off or removed or deteriorated from the surface of plants. Temporary tissue के heading में we will discuss about meristematic tissue, different kinds of meristematic tissue, their location and their function, and examples through which we can easily identify the functioning of these tissues in different plants. The second category consists of the category of permanent tissues. Permanent tissues can be subdivided into two categories, that is simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissues consist of cells. Those are not removed as the temporary tissue was. They remain in the structure of plants, and these simple permanent tissues, in a count of two or more, aggregate or come together to bind themselves into a one specific structure, which obviously leads to the formation of complex permanent tissue. The two main complex permanent tissue which we will be discussing in detail in this series would be xylem and phloem. Each complex permanent tissue among xylem and phloem is made up of two or more simpler permanent tissues. Therefore, since they are the combination of simple permanent tissues, hence the name complex permanent tissues have been given to them. Talking about the tissue that is responsible for growth functions in plants, the meristematic tissue, there is a very peculiar structural feature that is seen in the cells of this tissue. Meristematic cells में vacuoles absent होते हैं. The reason behind them being absent has already been discussed in our previous series on fundamental unit of life, the link of which has been provided in the description box. So students can kindly visit that link and get the answer to this mysterious question that why vacuoles are missing from cells of meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue consists of three subtypes, and these subtypes express themselves differently in different kinds of plants. The three different kinds of meristematic tissues include apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. एपिकल मेरिस्टम को एक्सट्रीमिटीज और एक्सटेंशन पे पाया जाता है. लेटरल मेरिस्टम को स्टेम्स पर पाया जाता है, ब्रांचेस पे पाया जाता है. इंटरकैलरी मेरिस्टम को इंटरनोडल रीजन में पाया जाता है. द फंक्शन ऑफ एपिकल मेरिस्टम is to grow the extensions of the plants. For example, the tips of roots, tips of stems, tips of branches. The lateral meristem is responsible for increasing the width, the girth, the thickness of parts of plant, while the intercalary meristem is responsible for stretching the internodal region for increasing the height, just as in case of a sugarcane plant, where the intercalary meristem plays a major role in sudden extension and increase of length in the plants. While on the other hand, if we take an example of a banyan tree, then it shows excessive increase in girth on maturity, because the lateral meristem expresses itself in much higher quantity, much higher level as compared to that of a sugarcane plant. Hence, in this way, we see a differential expression of different kinds of meristems in different kinds of plants, though each and every plant does consist of all the three kinds of meristematic tissue, but depending upon the species, depending upon the types of plant, there is always a difference in the amount of meristematic tissue activity expressed in each and every plant. Finishing up the discussion over the growth tissue, that is the meristematic tissue in plants, we arrive at few simple questions about this presentation. The first question asks about the reason why meristematic cells lack vacuoles in their structure. The second question asks about how many types of tissues are found in plants. The third question asks to list down examples of plants that show a varying level of expressivity of different kinds of meristems. And the last question asks a practical application where it inquires about why there is a need to trim down and maintain the density of ornamental plants regularly. Students, we hope that we have been quite helpful in providing simplest possible point based answers and information to you, so that you can include all these points in your answers and make them much more effective. Do keep mailing us, keep following our channel. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe our channel for better updates and for getting notifications regarding different presentations that are about to come. Thank you.